Hey, beautiful goddesses. It is December 30th, Monday. Wishing you a beautiful new moon in Capricorn. And this is the overview for December. I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm going to be casual today. Um, no makeup, just spent a lot of time online, like doing a lot of research for our January overview, which is this is going to be a long one. This goes from today, December 30th, all the way till the end of January. So you're going to get this every month for the month. Usually you'll get it a couple of days, or hopefully I'll be able to get it out sooner, which I think I will be able to um, moving forward. And our theme for January is Mystic Rock Stars. That's what came through. And so I'm going to be doing probably a channeling, possibly other modalities in the next week. So between now and next Monday, or maybe next Monday, you'll get that special video. But I'm trying to do those every week. Um, And what else? And in January this month, I'm starting my book process for the Mythic Mansion. And there is a tier for that called the Mythic Mansion Marvels. And so that's like a whole year of me giving you PDFs of this particular book that I'm writing. Um, so I'll do like a whole video kind of describing that, but I've been planning this book since probably the end of 2023, maybe even 2022. It's been on my radar for some time, and I feel like now it's ready to start to come into form. So you're going to see like the first form of it being created, and we're going to do like basically a quarterly meeting. If I can add more, um, I will. So I'm excited about it and just, and yeah, kind of nervous because it's been hard for me to just focus on doing a book and not like coming up with all these other different courses, which totally want to be born. But I feel like it's like allowing this book to come through first. So each month you'll get a different chapter in that Mythic Marvels tier, which is $13 a month if you wish to upgrade. And of course, you could upgrade and downgrade at any time. I also have a brand new tier called the Queen of Everything. So that's for people that want like a personalized session with me and personalized reading each month. Um, so check it out if that's something you're interested in. So let's look at, we're going to choose a Mayan Oracle card and a tarot card just to get an overview for January, the themes. Ooh, we have Imish. This is a beautiful goddess card. Gorgeous. And I love the 4 1s, right? Looks like 1111, like all these columns of ones. And my birthday's coming up. I'm a Capricorn sun, and my birthday is January 11th. So it's 3 1s, not 4. This could be 1111. This could be telling us that we're in this place of individuation. That's what ones stand for in numerology, especially in tantric numerology. It's the soul. It's the soul's expression that really wants to begin to come into form in January. So that's the theme. It's like, what are you calling in as your soul's form, the individuation? And January is the first month of the year. So, anyways, it's interesting themes here. And I will also read you from the book about the Mayan Oracle. So let's see, what do we need to know overall for January? What does the tarot want us to know? Brand new start, the Fool card, a leap of faith, fresh energy, lightness, lighten up, right? It's telling us to lighten up for January. I like that. And when I was looking at the astrology for January, it really appears to be a pretty stable month till we get to around January 11th, my birthday. That's when the nodes change to Pisces and Virgo. Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius are the mutable signs. Mutable means changeable. So everybody of every sign is going to have to learn the lesson of change is the only constant in our world. And as humans, we are always looking for stability, security, right? It's important to us as well as it should be. Um, but the emphasis and the themes starting this year at the very beginning of the year in mid-January are all about change and being open-minded and being flexible. So that'll be interesting. Okay, Emish, get to her page here. So in the journey of the Mayan astrology and cosmology, she is known as the first because she is the primal mother. So her name means root and also waters. So we also think of the root chakra. And this really is the color of the root chakra, right? That deep red, that garnet. So we are being called to connect with the primal mother, connect with our root chakras. That's where the real sense of security comes from, right? From within. So even though the outer world can feel maybe changeable or topsy-turvy, or there's just twists and turns in the road, we can really anchor into our root chakra, okay? So the qualities are source of life, divine nurturance and support, primordial mother, undivided primal waters, primal trust and nourishment, receptivity. So the symbol is the spiral vortex on the primordial waters and also the dragon. So I think we're coming out of a dragon year. Was it a dragon year this past? Was 2024? It has been a dragon year. Um, we are going into the year of the snake. So again, another very serpent, shedding our skin. This is like a year of renewal. Okay. So we're renewing with this primal mother. So it says, still dark womb of the pattern potential of becoming, sacred interstellar genesis, I am. Benevolent, my mighty cauldron of primal waters, enveloping the living seed, eternal is my embrace. As you are trusting and receptive, I sustain you with the sweet wine of my many gifts. I bathe your seed essence with abundant life force, for I'm the primal sound of creation, the potent energy and vibration of the undivided waters. It is I who weaves the web of the universal connectedness of all life. Within my silken tapestry is the story of the one womb that I am. Each shimmering thread leading back to me, mother mystic spider. Spinning arms of my galaxies embracing you, my form becoming your form, weaving silken tapestry, all form yielding to no form, within which my womb is the great mystery. Holy hallowed temple from which springs the sweet song of creation, melody divine, I sing you my cherished essence, gentle nourishment on your path of awakening. So this goddess sounds a call in your life to go beneath the surface, to plumb your own primal depths. Go to the abundant wellspring of the life force to find the nourishment for which you yearn. In trust and receptiveness is found the source of movement. From the primordial waters of unity flows the spiral of eternal emergence. Allow others to give fully to you, for in that receptivity, the circuit of love is completed. The entire universe is made up of love, give and receive. If you are not fully receiving the gifts offered by the universe, you can short circuit your connection with the natural spirals of growth Give freely and unconditionally without attachment to how your gift is received. Primal trust means making choices moment by moment with no guarantees, right? That's that mutable, being open to the changes that will probably bring you more success in the long run, bring you more happiness and fulfillment in the long run, right? That's what success is, right? Trust the transformational processes that are at work in your evolution. In the shadow of Emish are found issues of trust. Do you lack trust in the world to nurture you and provide what's needed for your journey? Do you feel unsupported in your life or caught in the struggle created by expectations? Any apparent lack of support actually bears a gift. You are being given a push in the direction of your primary being. Open to your connection to the source of life. Trust in the wisdom and abundance of the life force. So this is, again, this has to do with basic security, right? That all the themes that have to do with the root chakra. Any other information here? Herbs that you might want to have on hand are nettle and dong quai. Flowers are anything with a deep burgundy, deep red color, like the red rose and the burgundy carnation. It's cedar and sage. The stones are garnet, bloodstone, ruby, and temple lingams. The element is earth and the direction is east. And the affirmation is, I trust unconditionally the source of divine nurturance. That with the Fool, I feel like says it all. So that's the overall for January. And then what we'll do is I will choose a tarot card for each week of January. So we're going to have 4 tarot cards for January. And I am going to give you copious written notes and some links to other articles and other astrology sites so you can, like, spend some time this week really looking at January, maybe marking stuff in your calendar. Shuffling the tarot right now. I'm not going to look at the cards. I'm just going to pull them face down. Let me see if there's any jumpers. Oh, that one looks like it wants to come out. Let's see. First week of January. Second week of January. So the first week of January, I'm gonna call this is the stabilizing, right? We have this new moon in Capricorn, which is like a reset, right? So wherever your Capricorn house is, there's a reset button. And also the new moon and the sun are sextile Saturn and conjunct the asteroid Pallas Athena. So there's this stabilizing force, and it's good for strategizing in business. So between December 30th and then the exact moment of all these sextiles and the sun sextile Saturn, the moon sextile, it lasts until January 4th. So this Sun Sextile Saturn transit gives patience, self-discipline, determination, and a strong work ethic. It helps you overcome setbacks, solve problems, complete long-term goals, and set new realistic, achievable goals. So I've got a whole thing here from the Astrology King about this. It's also common sense, maturity, loyalty, and mutual respect, which can help resolve conflict and bring harmony, stability, and commitment to relationships. Significant achievements, recognition, or promotion may materialize from previous hard work. So I feel like this first week, it's like if you have stuff to launch, if you have stuff to maybe complete to get ready for a launch, do it in this first like 10 days of January. Because once we hit January 11th, I feel like all bets are off. I feel like it's going to be like, and we'll go into it. We have some really nice Venus placements in January. She's in Pisces. she is one of the exaltation lords of Pisces. So, and she will be, yeah, doing an interesting dance. So I'm going to do the touch points on Venus in a bit. And then of course we have a full moon on January 13th, very close to that changing of the nodes. So the full moon is going to be in Cancer. And we also have Mars moving back into Cancer. Mars is retrograde. So yeah, I'll go through all that. So the first week we know is kind of this is more of a stable week. And then through this goddess Emish, this Mayan goddess, we're being directed to hold that trust as we go through change. And the stability comes from our own root chakra, comes from within. Okay, second week of January, third week. Choose tarot card for the fourth week. Okay. So I just gave you like the overview of the new moon. Let's see here. Remember, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and also the ancient co-ruler of Aquarius. Before Uranus was discovered, Saturn was the ruler of Aquarius. So Aquarians, you're going to feel a lot of these Saturn movements. So also opportunities that bring more stability and sustainability into your life over the next 6 months of this new moon. So these seeds will come into full fruition on the full moon in Capricorn on July 24th, 2025. Okay. I would say the only thing that's not so fun this first week of January is the Pluto-Mars opposition, right? This is exact on January 3rd, but I've already been feeling this tension and this kind of aggressive energy between the Aquarius and Leo houses of your chart. So this could also be passive aggressive or secret plotting behind the scenes, because Pluto can represent what we don't see or know. Could be even a sneak attack sort of thing in a war setting. So people might be, passive aggressive with you, like they might be harboring some secret resentment, and instead of, being open about it, they might be, undermining you in some way, and you'll feel it, right? I mean, you're all my mystic rock stars, so you're going to feel that something's not right here. You don't really see it in your face because, Mars is very much in your face, right? But Pluto is very indirect. Pluto will go behind the scenes to do things to undermine or to plot something. So what you want to do is keep your shields up energetically, clear your space and energy with Reiki, visualization, sage, incense. You might want to get in a saltwater bath or go in the ocean. Mars retrograde ingresses back from Leo into Cancer on January 6th. So we have Mars in Cancer from October 20th through November 3rd. And I know for me, that was a really rough time. Mars in Cancer was not easy for me, probably because of I have a lot of Aries placements and Capricorn placements. So I had some squares to that Mars happening to my natal placements. So look back from October 20th through November 3rd of 2024, what was going on in that time for you, right? We're going to revisit some of those themes. I was really ill during that time and had very little energy. So that was kind of the theme for me, was like releasing old energy and old emotions and old energetic patterns that have been stuck in my body. So the illness helped me release a lot of that, but it was not a fun time. Let's see here. I want to go into Venus next, but let's look at the card. Yeah. So our card for the first week of January is the Ace of Pentacles, right? This is definitely planting this seed, planting something new and prosperous today, starting today, December 30th, with this new moon in Capricorn. This is like this is the new moon in Capricorn card. It totally makes sense. For me, it's like starting this book and really starting that focus. So I'm going to create an altar and a page in my grimoire for this card, what this symbol means to me, this symbol of the pentacle in this beautiful garden being offered to you. The number one, right? Like Imish, this is the primal seed that we're planting in ourselves, in our own womb, to grow over the next 6 months and beyond, obviously. But we're really going to see the phases, right? Beautiful card for the first week of January, which is, let's see, tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and then the next day. So yeah, Wednesday, we are January 1st. We are in a new year. We're in a new cycle. Okay. All right, let's see. The second card, the card for the second week of January is the Six of Swords. So there is movement here. Six is moving towards more harmony, moving away from inharmony and difficult situations. It could mean maybe travel for some of us, including me. But I feel like this is not just physical movement and travel, but also a sense of moving from one state of being to another. And the swords are the air, right? It's the mental process. It's how we perceive. So what are you perceiving as difficult, and how can you move yourself, with this energy? How can we hold that energy, the Ace of Pentacles, not in a way that's grasping, but hold it as the ultimate sort of truth for what this month is about. It's about stability. It's about security. It's about creating the seed of that, and coming back to that harmonization of that seed, even when we're not feeling harmonious, even when we're feeling like life is topsy-turvy and things are just going off the rails, maybe. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Venus, because Venus plays a big part this year, because right at the beginning of the year, she begins a very long transit in Pisces because she is going to retrograde. So just like Jupiter, she is the exaltation lord of Pisces. So this is a beautiful transit for all signs. And specifically, it does bless the Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgo placements, because these are the mutable signs, right? So Venus is right now the evening star, which is her most like romantic and archetypal, like Venus feminine, how we see Venus in the Botticelli painting. All of that is very much the evening star form of Venus. And we really love being in that Venus archetype when she's this way. Her morning star form is more of a warrior goddess, right? So she will be reborn as the morning star in the sign of Aries on March 22nd. So we have this, again, this really lovely energy that's very romantic and creative and soft and feminine and receptive up until this time. So on March 22nd, when she switches into a morning star, this is very apropos because, her cosmic lover is Mars, who is the warrior lover, and Mars rules Aries. So the other thing to say is that when Venus passes between the Earth and the Sun, this phenomenon is known as an inferior conjunction, when she becomes the morning star. So it's literally like she's conjunct the Sun, but she's also between the Sun and the Earth, and she's reborn in the Sun. It's, we also call that a cazimi, right? I know we've talked about that before. So she will reach her brightest in the morning sky on April 27th. of this coming year, 2025. And her phases are visible. And I linked to a really great article from space.com that gives these dates. Starting from January all the way through September, where is Venus in the sky, and what that means. So I'm going to just copy and paste that into the Patreon so you guys have that. So Venus enters Pisces on January 2nd, and then she leaves on February 4th. I did paste in from Cafe Astrology some nice stuff about Venus. So what they say is Venus is exalted in Pisces and does well in the sign. It's devoted, compassionate, exceptionally giving, and capable of sacrifice. We might refer heavily on our intuition with our finances and love life during this cycle. We gravitate to and appreciate unusual, tossed aside poetic, artistic objects, situations, and people. We seek activities that move, inspire, or touch us. So because she's retrograding, she is going to go back into Pisces from March 27th through April 30th. So we have this 1 month, January 2nd through February 4th. And then March 27th through April 30th, we get another month of Pisces, of Venus in Pisces, which is really beautiful. Also during the second week on January 11th, as I mentioned before, the lunar nodes shift from the Aries Libra axis to Pisces and Virgo. So this will mark the beginning of a series of eclipses in the signs of Pisces and Virgo. So we can say that the signs that can breathe a sigh of relief that they're out of kind of that eclipse node spotlight would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Those placements are going to get a nice relief. So the spotlight now turns to the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So we're going to expect big shifts in those life areas, including self and relationships, and home and career, money. So for the sun, rising, and moon placements in the signs of Pisces and Virgo, especially, expect major transformation. You're going to be at the center of a lot of that change. If you have major placements or a stellium of planets, stellium is 4 or more planets in a sign, or you could have major, like Virgo for me is I have Uranus, right, Jupiter in Virgo. I think Uranus, Jupiter, and Pluto. I was born with all 3 in Virgo. So I'm definitely going to be, those placements are going to get hit by these eclipses and these nodes. So even though I couldn't say I have major, I don't have a sun, moon, or rising in Virgo, but all those planets there are going to get touched, all those natal planets. So that's my relationship sector. So I'm like, okay, relationships over the next year and a half are going to be 18 months are going to be the focus for me. And also the house, that's the 7th house for me. The 7th house is also your audience and business partners too. So I'm going to have a lot of shifts in that area for me. So it's going to be interesting. So look to where is Pisces and Virgo in your chart, and what areas of life does that represent for you? That's what you want to look for. And if you need help with that, just let me know and I can give advice on that. You can leave a comment below here on the Patreon site, or send me an email, private message, however you want to do it. So all signs of the zodiac during this nodal shift will need to learn the lessons of flexibility and change. So wherever you have these placements in your chart, it is essential to realize that change and transformation are the only constants in life. So you need to be more open-minded. I also pasted in Astro Butterfly, and also Chani Nicholas had some good articles. So I pasted like the main points. Chani definitely goes into the lunar eclipses, which is great. So The first lunar eclipse is going to be on the south node in Virgo on March 13th, 2025. We're going to have another solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th, 2025. And then the first lunar eclipse on the north node in Pisces happens on September 7th. So really the Virgos are going to feel like early on in this year, in the first quarter, you're going to get an eclipse in your house. So that's my relationship house. Yeah, it could be for single people, new relationships. It could also be business partnerships. Lunar eclipse is a full moon, so it could be about releasing a relationship or releasing an aspect of relationship or pattern in relationship that's no longer serving you. If you're a Virgo, it's in your first house, which is the house of the self. So what aspects of self do you need to highlight? Do you need to release? All of that. So for all of us, wherever Virgo is in your chart, this is going to be a point of culmination, of release, of illumination. It's also Earth. Virgo has to do with health and healing and also writing. So I think a lot of people are going to be really like looking at their writing projects in a very serious way. So anyways, that's going to be provided for you in the report, the written report. Okay, January 13th. See this? Yeah, okay, I'm going to go down here. So we're still in the second week of January. January 13th, we have the full moon in Cancer with the sun in Capricorn, trining Uranus and Taurus, and Mars in Cancer is trining Neptune and Pisces. This is all happening on January 13th. So this is really a beautiful energy. I feel like this full moon might bring unexpected happiness, comfort, security, maybe even a job or career or money blow up. I feel like a lot of dreaming energy with Mars and Cancer trine Neptune and Pisces. There is going to be a release of maybe of something that's been bothering you, but it might be kind of more psychological or in dream state. Also something that you seeded 6 months ago at the Cancer new moon in July of 2024 is going to come to its fullest expression. So look for the theme and events from July of 2024, and we're going to see patterns play out from that time period. So during that time period, I went on a road trip. I was also looking at cars, like doing a lot of research on cars because I was planning to get a new car to purchase in August, September timeframe. So I think that's interesting because I think my car is my new car that I did get on August 31st, September 1st, is due for its first like kind of like annual checkup sort of thing, like annual maintenance thing. So I need to take care of that, right? All right. So also January 14th and 15th, this middle of the month, there are some tension and challenge days. We have Venus square Jupiter and Sun oppose Mars. So it seems like this is a transit where people will want to play, but maybe they actually have to work hard or they have a lot of responsibility and not maybe as much space for playing. So find the spaces to play, find the spaces to enjoy life in between, like trying to keep a balance between working hard and playing and having a social life, right? You can make new friends during this time. You also want to watch your finances. You don't want to overspend on things because maybe a big bill comes up, or maybe you have the opportunity to do something, maybe to schedule a trip, but you have to pay a deposit, maybe something like that. So you want to make sure you have the money to do the things you want. So don't overspend maybe on, massages, getting your hair done, these Venus things, plastic surgery, facial stuff. Try to keep that balance of, okay, I want to have all these beautiful things and do all these beautiful things. And how can I maybe put money aside, start putting money aside for these things, or pay deposits on these things, and just, what I mean, be um, frugal in the sense of not throwing all your money at something, because you might need that money like later on in the month or something. And then it's like, oh, I already spent that money. I need to be careful of that too. I have a tendency to, when I have a good windfall of money, I tend to like want to spend it all. And that's, not a healthy way to, you know, obviously it's important to enjoy life and take care of ourselves and stay in balance, but there's, can you put some money aside for just things that you don't know are going to pop up? Also, with that sun opposed Mars, there could be sexual tension. There could be a lot of pent up energy. Definitely make sure to move your body, do a form of exercise, take walks. Breath work is really good. You don't want that energy to build up in your body, because it can make you overly aggressive, or it can actually make you accident prone. So that you need to be careful. Okay, we're going into the third week of January. So, wow, we have another Pentacles card. We have the King of Pentacles for the third week of January. So for some people, this could represent a masculine, actual male. It doesn't have to be gender specific, but this is the masculine energy of Earth. This is the king of Earth. This is about stability. This is about also being one who's a provider and who also provides security. So this could be someone coming to help you. This could be you. This could be you. This could be an aspect of yourself. This could be an aspect of your business, right? This is very much, this represents the archetype of someone who is already established, who already has the money. Maybe they have a legacy. Maybe they own property and lands and real estate. They own their own company, but they're very established. They're very secure. They have already created the groundwork and beyond. They've created a legacy. So how can you embody that energy in your life? And maybe there is someone who comes forward to help you do that. Really positive cards. I like these cards. Okay, astrology. Yes, we want to take note that from January 17th to the 18th through February 2nd or 3rd, she moves past Saturn around January 17th, 18th, and she's kind of stuck in between Saturn and Neptune. This is called a besieged planet. So she is besieged. So it makes it harder for her to bestow all the gifts that she wants to bestow upon you. So this could look like getting really close to having a dream fulfilled, but it doesn't quite hit the mark. So if you're launching something, a major offering, you might want to try to do it before the besiegement period, because it's like having a modicum of success when you really wanted like big success. So if you are planning to launch something during this period, just have some temperance around your expectations, and it doesn't go quite as well or not quite as gangbusters as you really want it to go. Don't be disappointed. Just know that Venus did the best she could. She's going to make sure you don't fail at things. She's going to make sure that you have what you need, the resources you need, but it might not be more than just the resources you need, right? Venus wants to give to you in the overflow, but she's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and she can't during that period of January 17th through February 4th. And then once she's past Neptune, she's probably the last degrees of Pisces into the beginning of the sign of Aries. When she enters that spot, she is no longer besieged. So that could mean that things open up for you in a new way. Okay. Okay, let's look at the card for the fourth week of January. Wow, another king. I have the King of Cups. Wow. So I like to look at these guys together, two kings side by side. Earth and water, they combine very, very well. So again, emotional stability, emotional mastery. This is the King of Cups. You know, he can represent a husband or a love for some people. This could be the same with this could be a man coming into your life. Now, this could be a business partner. This could be your current partner. This could be a new one, husband, boyfriend. It could be also come in the female form. It doesn't matter. It could also represent a situation, but both of these cards are king cards and they're masculine cards. So we have the King of the Waters coming up for the last week of January. So how can you find, even amidst emotional turbulence or upset even, how can you find that stable place of emotional equilibrium? Okay. And open your heart to that masculine essence. I think I'm going to pull one more Mayan card for us, and then I'm going to end this reading. Thank you for being here with me all year. I am so grateful for your presence, sending you lots of love and joy for this new cycle, this new year. Okay, and we have universal movement. So this is the number 13 in the Mayan structure. These long lines represent 5. So 5, 10, and then the dots are 1s. So this is the number 13. So 13 is the number of the goddess, right? So this is going to be a beginning of a goddess year. I do sense that this year is going to be very, very abundant for everyone. So, and there could be abundance of choices. I know that's what came up for me in a card reading that someone gifted me. A tarot card reading. It was really fun because I usually don't get readings for myself. So it was just like, wow. But it really felt right. It felt like, yeah, she ended up doing a 13 card spread. So the number of the goddess, the number 13, is universal movement for the Mayans. So it says the 13th tone calls forth the greater pattern. The hand of fate beckons and then catapults you free to journey home. The qualities are wild card, unseen forces, unexpected change, open system, touch of destiny, interdimensional shift. 13 is the ray of universal movement, the foundation of self within the foundation of essence self, combined with the rhythm of the Trinity. 13 touches you with the hand of unseen forces and radical change. It will catalyze into movement whatever resists change or is unexamined or stationary. That's that nodal shift. So maybe we don't feel this today, but by the time we get to the middle of January, we're going to feel it. Experience this catalyzation into movement, whatever resists change or is unexamined or stationary. Drawing this card indicates that something unexpected is coming, something that may dramatically change the course of your life. You are being touched by fate, moved through the identifications of self into open consciousness. Olin, the Mayan goddess of movement, asks you to surrender to the perfection of the larger pattern of your essence self. From the perspective of surrender and trust, what movement is being called for now? Pay attention to the synchronicities and seeming coincidences that jump into your awareness. 13 provides the possibility of a radical frequency shift, offering you limitless new beginnings. Offering you limitless new openings, which could be beginnings too. Become a skywalker. Be open and flexible, allowing changing reference points to become dynamic allies, open to the workings of destiny offered by universal movement. Mine Oracle. Might want to get this for yourself because it's something that you can really use as a key. All right, many blessings. I'll be back with more readings this week, so I'll see you then. Much love.